Tyler Gray here with CCW Safe. What do you do when you can't carry? And again, it's easy to say, well, I'm going to carry all the time. Okay, great. No, you're not. Like, there are times where I can't carry, and I'm the biggest advocate of carrying everywhere. But there's just times and places you can. If you think you're going to carry in a federal building, you got another thing coming. Some people can't carry at work. There is a multitude of reasons of the why and where of where you can't carry. So it's going to happen. And again, let's view these things separately. It's not whether you agree with it or not. It's that it's happening, and now what do we do about it? You got to have your situational awareness at the highest level, and that's going to give you the time and spatial awareness to be able to react to something if it happens. But I'll give you a good example of where situational awareness led to the intervention of someone with a gun. And again, I'm not going to go too into this scenario, and I'm not going to try and teach or talk about tactics or even advocate this tactic, because all tactics work within a given scenario. Okay? My favorite answer, I think I've said this on a video before, but the answer to any tactical question ever is, it depends. It depends. So whether this is possible or not, I don't know, and I'm not going to dictate, but a good example of someone using situational awareness while unarmed to disarm an armed attacker was on the train in France. And you had, I believe, 2 veterans, but three American individuals. That attacker came out of the bathroom. Actually, I believe they saw him going into the bathroom and kind of thought he was suspect. That right there is the first part of situational awareness. They just saw him going to the bathroom and they're like, man, that guy looks suspect. And we've all seen that before. Now, again, we've all seen it before. Were we right? Did they come out with an AK? Probably not, but they continued to watch him, to the point where when he did come out with a gun, they had already been observing him and they were already somewhat prepared for the fact that he looked suspicious. What did they do? Again, I don't want to get too into the weeds, but they waited for an opportunity. They saw the opportunity because of their awareness, and then they acted on that opportunity. So that's a great example of someone or a group of 3 people using their situational awareness that was obviously had been honed over many years to interdict a situation, potentially save a lot of people, or not potentially, but obviously saved a lot of people, stopped an attack from happening while unarmed in an area, quite frankly, in a country where they couldn't be armed. Obviously, the bad guy didn't follow those rules. But that's a good example of how situational awareness can save your life and the life of others. So kudos to them, and it's just something to really think about of how important situational awareness is, and how it is even more important in an area when it's the only tool/weapon you have.